Well, greetings, BUS88 students. This is Mr.D, and this is week number 5 in our 8-week course in business communications here at Chaffey College. This week we're going to be looking at negative messages. So fortunately, I was able to kind of set our schedule where you're only doing one chapter for each of these weeks that you're doing a writing assignment. So you're going to be not only studying about negative messages, but you're going to be writing a negative email. And that's going to be your writing assignment for week number 5. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here. And here we are on our homepage in Canvas. I'm going to go down here to module number 2. We have one more week after this in module number 2, and then we'll be opening up our final module. So here we are in week number 5 right here. And so you have a check-in assignment for chapter 7. There's going to be 3 or 4 questions on the chapter. Again, all I'm looking for here is for you to give me the textbook's answer, but your answer shouldn't be too short. I think the biggest problem I see in this class is students are giving me like just a few words or a sentence. Should be a couple of sentences long. Make your answers substantial enough that I know you understand the concept, but they need to just be right out of the textbook. You're not creating the answer. You're just basically cutting and pasting it, but I want to make sure you type it in. There's a PowerPoint as well on chapter 7. There's a quiz as well on chapter 7, and those are pretty routine. And then you're going to be continuing your discussion post number 2. So this is the do's and don'ts of business writing, which, by the way, you really need to watch my video on business writing because I basically give you the answer to this assignment. I give you the do's and don'ts of business writing. And it's also what I'm going to be looking for in all of the writing assignments. Now, in this class, I have been, so far, I haven't graded any writing assignments. I'll be doing that. This is your second writing assignment. So I'll be grading your one from last week over the next few days. So make sure you read my notes and my comments because that's going to be how I instruct you on areas that you need to correct. Now, if you didn't format, for instance, last week was a memo. So if you didn't format it like a memo, I'm going to give you a 0 and I'm going to send you back to reformat it like a memo. And you can do that by looking at the sample memo that I gave you in the assignment. If yours doesn't look like that one, I'm going to give you a 0 and then you're going to go back and fix it and then re-upload it. Also, if you don't use any design elements in your document, I'll also give you a 0, and then you can go back and add design elements. If you don't know what I mean by design elements, then make sure you watch my business writing video because I spend a lot of time talking about using document design to improve readability. So then you're going to have that. That's going to be your discussion post, and then you have your second writing assignment, which is a negative news email. Now, in this case, again, you need to format it like an email. Emails are different from memos. Emails are different from letters. So I'm going to provide for you a sample of a good email in the assignment instructions. So make sure you look at that and that you make your email look like that with more design elements than are demonstrated in the sample I give you. It gives you some headings, which is definite, but use even more design elements. Use bold text, use italicized text throughout your document so that your eye can scan that document and catch the important things without having to read it in detail, because that's how busy business people are. They don't read it entirely. They just scan it, and you want to make it as easy as you can for them to scan. So that's the idea with business writing. So you're going to be doing a negative news email. Also, make sure you understand how to do a negative message, which is using the indirect strategy. That means you don't reveal the negative news right away, but you use a buffer, you give all the reasons, and you build up to the negative news. And so the negative news should always come after all of the reasons, not before. So if you're reading it and you're giving me the negative news in the first sentence or the first paragraph, then you didn't do it right. It needs to be after you've given me all the reasons for this change. In this case, I believe it's a social media change at work. Well, I shouldn't read about disallowing it until I've read all the reasons for it. And then at the end of that, you say, therefore, for these reasons, we are no longer allowing the use of social media during work hours. So that's kind of the idea. So that's your assignments for this week. If you have any questions or concerns or issues, please reach out to me. I do not have any office hours here at Chaffey, but you can reach out to me and I will set up office hours with you. You can join me for any of my office hours that I have at other colleges, and you can join me in there. I'd be happy to help you with whatever questions that you have or concerns. But that's it for week number 5. Keep up the good work. We only have 3 more weeks after this, and then you're done. So